Alrighty, what is quacking, everyone? We got ourselves the Chill Season 2023 trailer yesterday. I was very hyped for it. The music was slapping. It was fantastic. So it's dropping December 1st. Perfect time for Christmas break as well. We got ourselves the typical 2 new maps, bunch of new weapons, and obviously we're going to be having our new big run, and we're also getting a new boss Salmonid from the trailer that we saw, so that's exciting. But you know, Chill Season 2023, if they would just make new names for the seasons, that'd be great, because that way it'd be easier to differentiate between the 2 seasons. Like, I don't care if they have to come up with Frozen season, just like make new seasonal names, so when we type it into Google, it's, you know, there's easier things to see, even though they're not really adding too much for the seasons. I think the biggest thing that is going to be is the patch notes. Patch notes always shake up how the game is going to be for the season, so hopefully we're going to get some much needed changes, and hopefully this new special that we got is also going to change the dynamic of the game for the better, not the worst, hopefully. But you know, with that being said, we got ourselves first the 2 new maps. We got ourselves Robo Ramen. It is just a nice chef restaurant ramen theme stage. It has a giant ramen bowl at the top. It looks very nice. It looks pretty big too. It looks like a pretty big map. It had some underpasses as well, so it's nice that we're gonna have a big map, even though personally I'm not a fan of big maps. I prefer smaller maps because I like scrapping and more fast-paced gameplay, because I feel like bigger maps promote more stally, weird gameplay that I'm not such a huge fan of. I prefer like rushdown maps, you know, like Mahi. So those maps are more what I like. But, you know, maybe this map could surprise me, you know, never know. So that's going to be nice. And then also we got Bluefin, and, you know, they're obviously going to be adding their Splatoon 3 touch rework to the map, because one of the things that was a huge theme with Splatoon 1 maps is that they were super massive and they took 1,000 years to go get into the fight, and they were just really big maps. So hopefully Bluefin is going to be nice and a map that we can all enjoy. A lot of people did seem to be pretty hype about it, so that's great. I'm still hoping for Salt Spray because I prefer that theme map. I like the theme of Salt Spray a lot, so praying for Salt Spray and also Gobi Arena to come back. If those 2 maps came back next season, that'd be great. But we also have 8 new weapons that we saw. There's probably going to be more than 8 new weapons. Some Hydra mains, you know, no custom Hydra, sadly. Or, you know, if you're hoping for another weapon, you know, we didn't see a 52 gal, but you never know. They only showed 8. We got 10 last season, so there's 2 weapons missing. So we don't know yet, but there could be a 52 gal hidden in there somewhere. But we got ourselves a nice assortment of weapons. Right now we got Stamper Nouveau. Didn't see anything of what its sub or special could be. It does have a 60% ink tank though, so who knows what it could be. It could be a multitude of things, considering there isn't a bunch of Splatanas. And all the Splatanas they have, so we have Beacon, Torpedo, and Burst Bomb, so who knows what it could be. It could be basically anything with the 60% ink tank. And then obviously Hammer, Zipcaster, and missiles are out of the question, so you know, maybe we could get Crab, Zuka, Bubble, something like that with this new Stamper, so who honestly knows. So hopefully get something interesting and it helps its aggressive play style, which would be very nice. And then next we have the Sorella, the undercover Sorella, I should say, with the new special ink wall, and also it has a 65% ink tank, it looks like, so it could be like possibly a torpedo of sorts or something like that. So undercover Sorella in the previous game got Splat Bomb, but I don't think it's definitely not going to have Splat Bomb, so it could also have something else. Some people were thinking Torpedo, which Kensa Undercover did have Torpedo, and maybe the Kensa weapons just aren't even coming back in Splatoon 3. Who knows? Hopefully we get them back though, so we can have Kensa Cup again, or, you know, another slew of weapons. But they could have honestly just opted to get rid of all the Kensa weapons and move some of those kits over. Like, for example, 52 Gal in this game has wall when Kensa 52 had wall in Splatoon 2. So probably the Kensas are out of the question. They're probably going to introduce a new set of weapons. You know, maybe the Anaki weapons. There might be a bunch of Anaki weapons. Who knows? So it's probably going to have Torpedo from Splatoon 2. So we'll see when that comes out. And then also Reflux Deco has wall. And the Reflux is also in a weird position where it has to have a pretty decent special. Like, obviously wall is very nice for that. You can use wall to duel people with the weapon, and you can still one-shot people with the weapon if you actually hit your shots. I cannot do that, so sadly I will be missing my shots. But with wall, and hopefully it has a very good special to complement it as well, because compared to vanilla Reflux right now that just spams missiles and paints like a beast, this one's really gonna have to be able to step up in caliber, otherwise it's just gonna be overshadowed by vanilla. And who knows what special is gonna have either, because you know there's a multitude of specials it can have, considering there's only 3 bows right now, the 2 tri-stringers and the Reflux. So it's not gonna have missile, it's not gonna have big chump, and it's not gonna have killer whale. So who knows what it have? Maybe he gets crab, maybe you get wall crab on Reflux Deco. Finally get a crab special after not having one since the launch of the game. So that'd be nice. And then next we have Custom Blaster, which has a 25% ink tank, so it's probably gonna have point sensor on it, which is fine. Who knows what the special is gonna be either. So it's gonna have point sensor, which is whatever, you know. I can't see why people are gonna use Custom Blaster though, considering this new S Blaster has Burst Bomb on it. So yeah, S Blaster is just getting like just even a better kit, honestly. Like S Blaster with Burst Bomb, like that's going to be insane. You hit your long range shot, or you just, you know, chip them with the long range and throw your Burst Bomb. So honestly, S Blaster is going to be even better at this point and more fun to use with Burst Bomb to just like kill people. So yeah, I don't see why people are going to use Custom Blaster unless obviously the special is, you know, insane. But I highly doubt that. I don't even think point sensor on a blaster is going to really do much for it. But there's also a squeezer. It looks like foil squeezer or some type of squeezer. It's green, which looks cool. So we got ourselves a new squeezer finally. Didn't even see what it has, but because there's a lot of weapons that do maintain their subs from Splatoon 2 for the most part, like the NZAPs, for example, they maintain their subs. So I'm probably thinking Squeezer's going to get Bomb. It's probably just going to get Splat Bomb, hopefully. Who knows, though? They might change up the entire kit, because it's not going to have a Bubble Blower on it. But, you know, I think if it just stays with Burst Bomb and gets another, you know, decent special, it'd be fine. And Paintbrush, ooh, man. Paintbrush, it looks like it's going to have line marker. It looks like that 40% ink tank mark. It was kind of hard, at least for me, to, like, kind of, like, really comprehend it. Other people are thinking it's going to have line markers, so that's fine. I hope Paintbrush gets line marker with that new ink wall special, because then I would just be a stealth beast. I'd sit there and I'd throw my points, I'd throw my line markers to mark people, and then I just have a giant ink wall and just shark and wait, or I'd jump through the ink wall and kill people and then scare them because I jump scared them, and then they're gonna freak out, throw their controller, and they're not gonna know where their controller went in their room. It's gonna go behind their bed or something like that. They're not gonna know, and then they're gonna disconnect because I scared them so hard. So that's my hope for Paintbrush Nouveau right there. And then obviously S Blaster, Burst Bomb, fantastic, gonna be fun to use. And then dually and parries again. It's similar with what I said, where I'm thinking like Squeezer's gonna have Splat Bomb, is because the end parry dualies is getting Curling Bomb, and in Splatoon 2 it also had Curling Bomb. So there's that. And then obviously there's probably going to be a couple more weapons that they drop with this season. They dropped 10 last season. I think they've dropped like more. I think they've dropped like 11 or 12 as well in previous seasons as well. So for the other 2 weapons, if we don't see any news soon, I'm assuming we're going to start seeing news by next week. What's the date? Today is 11/16. So probably by next week, we're going to see something. Some news on some different things. So hopefully maybe we get like a custom Hydra, or, you know, another, I don't know, Gal. Maybe we'll get another Gal. So finally, weapons are starting to get second kits. I still find it kind of weird that they're prioritizing newer weapons with second kits. Like Paintbrush didn't really come out too long ago, so it's kind of surprising they're giving me a second kit. And same thing with S Blaster. Like I can understand dualies, undercover Brella, even Stamper, because you know Vanilla Stamper came with the launch of the game, Custom Blaster as well, Reflux, but you know Paintbrush and S Blaster are kind of like question marks to me. It was the same thing with Big Swig. Like they gave Big Swig a second kit. Like I think they skipped a season and then gave Big Swig another kit. So like that was really weird to see. Maybe they just have more plans for some of these newer weapons than older weapons. But you know, it's going to be interesting to see what other weapons we get, and I'm excited. I'm excited for more weapons. More weapons are fun. Hopefully nothing is too game breaking though. Obviously, I'm very scared for a new Gal. I'm scared for the second Gal kit because Gal already is pretty solid, and if it gets like some kind of lethal of some sort, I feel like it's just gonna be a monster. Like it's like I'm scared for future Gal. And then obviously we're getting a new boss Salmonid, which is exciting. Finally, we're gonna have a nice rotation of boss Salmonids. Obviously the big snaky boy is probably the easiest one because you just shoot its mouth 10,000 times and it just dies, which is, you know, easy to farm for them scales when that boss is in rotation. But yeah, new boss Salmonid, and then the big run is taking place on the mall, so you can go shopping and buy Kensa wear or Anaki wear and be your edgy self while killing the little Salmonids who are trying to bite your toes. But overall, new season is, you know, it's looking nice. We're getting more guns, more maps, you know, new seasons always breathe more life, but obviously we're gonna have to see what the patch notes say as well, see who's getting nerfed and who's getting buffed, and see what people will complain about on Twitter as well. They're gonna be like, oh my god, this is gonna be so broken. I think that is my favorite thing of all, when people complain about something being broken. And because this is just like the teaser trailer for the season basically, or like kind of like the announcement trailer for the season, it's not really a teaser, it's only like 2 minutes though, but it is what it is. Maybe we'll get like a new ability as well. Maybe they bring back MPU. I hope they don't bring back MPU, but we'll see. Some of the new clothes look nice as well, so you know, I'm looking forward to it, and yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts. Hopefully the patch notes aren't too crazy, and I'm excited to try these new weapons, and hopefully we get another new special as well. Again, I really wish they would bring back something like Baller or Bubble Blower to the game. But yep, that's the new season recap, breaking down the trailer of everything that I saw in it, and yeah, I will see you in the next video.